This is a great smartphone. Hey guys, what's going on? This is my semi-full review on the Poco X3 NFC. Let's get right to it. Now the display is great, but for someone who's used to OLEDs, you're gonna notice the difference right away that, this is not on the same level at all, even when I raise the brightness. I mean, it's a good display. For those of you who are used to these kind of phones, you're not gonna notice any difference. But coming from a flagship, even like an S7, S8, it's gonna take a bit of getting used to because this is not, the highest end LCD. But for those of you who are used to budget / mid-range phones, it's gonna feel right at home. Now the performance is great. Phone is snappy. I mean, it doesn't open apps as fast as my flagships do, but for the most part, it is pretty snappy. I mean, there is a bit of stutter sometimes, but I don't think it's the CPU's fault. I think it's just optimization issues. So when it does get updated more often, I am on the latest update right now. So as soon as it gets more updates, then I'm sure it's gonna be fine. But for now, I'm not. It's not a slow phone in any way. I can play games. Let me show you PUBG real quick. So right now we are on the highest settings. So it's not 60 FPS. It's feels like 40, 50. But I can definitely play PUBG on this phone, no problems at all. And I'd say other heavy games as well. Just jumping around, having fun. It also doesn't get that hot, considering it's an plastic body. So if I want to do some budget gaming, play all the latest games, it's definitely possible. And that game is not a problem at all, even though my character is kind of stuttering. But I think it's not the phone's fault. It's either an optimization issue or the game is glitching, I don't know, but this game does run at 60 FPS, of course, maybe even higher, because this is a 120Hz display. Okay, knife fit is kind of stuttering, but it's not the phone's fault, just an optimization issue. So if you remove ads, let's see if it's the same. Yep. So I don't know why. It's an optimization issue, but this is overall a powerful phone. Now the cameras are great. I had fun using these cameras. I mean, they're not great, but it is great for the price. I used phones even more expensive than this, and the cameras aren't as good as that phone. So I mean, I'm really happy with the camera. So let's just hop in here. So, we have a wide angle, telephoto 2 times. Video's only 4K 30, but doesn't matter. We have a bunch of options that we would have on Samsung, for example. So, except for vlog, I don't know what vlog is. Okay, now that is a pretty cool feature. Now here are the pics. to not be able to do this with one hand on the handle, but I'm doing it. It looks pretty good, you know, nice and stable. And speed bump. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. This phone has dual speakers, and you know, for 200 bucks, that is amazing. Even if it's not the best dual speaker setup, it's still a great thing to have, especially for the price, you know. Even my Vivo Nex 3 doesn't have dual speakers. So, and that phone cost nearly $1,000 when it came out. So let's test them out. So as you can see, it gets really loud. I mean, it's not as high quality like Dolby Atmos speakers like we have on the Galaxy devices, but this is still a great setup for, especially for $200. No one can really complain. So, you know, the speakers are amazing, and we even have a headphone jack, so budget phones really are the new flagships. Now, battery life is great. I used this phone for 2 days, and to see our battery stats, it's basically over here. Battery usage stats. So this right here is our screen on time. So the screen has been on for 2 hours and 41 minutes, and the battery life is at 72%. That is about 3 times better than my Note 20 Ultra, which is a Snapdragon, by the way. So yeah, it's not a full day yet, but by anyone's estimation, if I kept using the phone non-stop for like, or not even non-stop, like if I just kept using it casually till the end of the day, I could easily hit 6-7 hours, and I'd still have like 35% left. And this is a phone with 120 hertz, you know, like 120, not even an OLED, 120 hertz. So the fact that we're getting this battery life is really great. And the battery size is 5,107 milliamp hours. So, you know, so you don't even have to turn off 120 hertz for the phone to last a long time. Like, you can rest assured you can use this phone to its full potential and still last like 1-2 days. We also have nice haptic feedback. So if I go over here, the vibrations and the haptic feedback is similar to the iPhone, like in terms of the vibration pattern. I mean, the quality, it's not completely there, but I mean, come on, you can't even complain. It's $200 and we're getting these great haptics. I almost forgot about the fingerprint sensor. So it's right here on the side, and it is pretty good. You just, sorry, those were messages. Okay, you should just tap here, and that's it. I mean, it's not the most reliable, but it does work for the most part. Sometimes it gets activated in your pocket, so when you finally pull it out, you get this message, oh, it's been activated too many times. And this is a common problem with these side-mounted fingerprint sensors, so that's why I'm not a huge fan of them. I know Samsung does them right, but for the most part, works perfectly fine. Nice and reliable. Not as quick as Xiaomi's like Redmi Note 5, for example, that came out a few years ago, but this is also pretty good, as you can see. Nice and reliable. So should you get this phone? I mean, if you're on a budget, yeah, absolutely. This is a great smartphone. A lot of people have been claiming that it's this cheap because Xiaomi is showing you ads. And you know, in my opinion, if you're paying any amount for a smartphone, you shouldn't see ads at all, period. I also haven't seen any ads, like I didn't see any ads pop up. So I don't know what they're talking about. This is the global version. I got this from AliExpress. You know, not seeing any ads here. So this is insane value for money. If I didn't cover something you were looking for, let me know in the comments. I will answer you there. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.